right, Dan, thank you. Well, who does love to sit down to delicious, well put together meals? Sometimes they're pretty simple, other times they can get a little complicated, but most of all, you always have to balance the flavors.
Everybody enjoys it, maybe not the person who has to actually prepare it. And here to help us understand and maybe even master the art of balancing flavors is Chef Patrick with Greenville Tech. Chef Patrick, thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
This is something that I think most of us may not think about and might be a little daunting, talking about balancing flavors, but you said that it's not too difficult.
Not at all. You know, most chefs think about foods in flavor and the flavor it's going to bring to their plate, their dish.
Sure.
Most consumers don't think about it, but they choose flavors typically as condiments that balance our contrast of flavors. And so when we taste foods, we taste, you know, the 5 different things here, from bitter to sweet, sour, you know, some salty items, and then we would categorize this group as being pungent, you know, like smoked items or fermented foods, or umami would be a Japanese word describing richness.
Okay, so tell us what we need to understand about the balancing act here.
It's about contrast. You know, it can be done for a couple different things. It can be done to fix a flavor, like something being too salty, coming back with something sweet or acid will help taper out that saltiness. It could be for nutrition, where maybe we're cooking without salt and coming back with more herbs, spices, not seasonings, because seasonings typically have salt in them. But in addition to that, herbs and spices, acid is often what's missing. So, you know, if we were going to do a low salt mashed potato, a garlic and buttermilk mashed potato with some lemon in it will taste very good, and will have no salt added to it.
And so when we look at these boxes that are being shown on television right now, does this help us understand how to put things together a little bit?
Sure. You know, and again, I'd said you do this everyday food. Think about, we have some coffee here, which can be quite bitter, and we often adjust our coffee with sugar or dairy. Or in the South here, we drink a lot of tea. Sugar's all added, but we also add lemon to that, and that lemon offsets the bitterness. But you could apply that to a pot of greens where they might be bitter, and a good Southern cook would come back with some mild hot sauce that's adding a lot of acid, some brown sugar, maybe some smoked pork product, and that's going to help balance out the bitterness of that green. So if you're cooking something, you say, I know it has enough salt, but it needs something else. I know it has enough spices, it needs something else. Often acid is the part that's missing, or it might be a little bit of sweetness.
Okay, so to get people started at home, what should they start with? I mean, you're obviously more than just ketchup and mustard and mayonnaise and you know, Frank's Red Hot or Tabasco.
But think about it as a flavor. You know, if I'm missing sugar, let's say, I can go for any sweet ingredient. Instead of a honey mustard, which is a common condiment, maybe it's maple syrup, and we're going into the fall, and it's going to be a maple mustard glaze instead of a honey mustard glaze with something. Or in the summer, maybe we have some peach jam even around, and we could use that as a sweetener. So think about the primary flavor it brings, not what the ingredient is. And I need something sweet to offset something salty or sour. And like I said, you did this condiment-wise. I like the salted peanut on a hot fudge sundae. You know, or you have a dessert that's too sweet, and often we'll do that, and we'll order a cup of bitter coffee to offset that sweetness. You know, there's a lot of examples. French fry, salty and rich, and you dip it in ketchup, which is sweet and tangy, or honey mustard, which is sweet and tangy, or other strong flavored items, like barbecue sauce even.
Biggest mistake we make when it comes to flavoring food at home?
I would say maybe not thinking about the 5 different flavors that you have. Again, often acid's the one that's overlooked. Often when people are making a pot of chili or anything else, you know it's got enough salt, but it's missing something. You know it's got enough spice, it's missing something. You know, and there's a lot of cultures that will serve soup with a shot of vinegar in it. It'll cut the sweetness of some vegetables. Or, you know, I think that's probably the #1 that's missing when we think about our ingredients we can use for seasoning food is acid.
We only have 30 seconds left, and you wanted us to try stuff.
Yeah, so this is ginger garlic soy, this first one. Okay. And the ginger garlic soy is going to be salty and spicy. And oh, that's a powerful shot there. Ooh. Yeah.
Should I not
I was like,
have
I'll just taste it.
Water,
well, we're gonna move quickly. So this is the same, but
it tastes good, but whoa.
Yeah. So this has lemon juice added to it. Are we
supposed to sip that?
I would sip it, but this will clear it up for you. So this has lemon added to it.
We may have needed to know that ahead of time, but oh well.
Sip.
Yes.
And this is what
has lemon added to it, so you can see how acid changes that flavor. And then the last one will help you out quite a bit. So it's lemon and honey.
I don't know why I'm slamming the cup down like a...
This is the last one. So this
sorry.
has lemon and honey. So
Okay.
you're going to see how it changes the pungent, salty flavors by adding acid and by adding
Ooh,
sugar
I
to it.
love that.
Yeah, and that's a great marinade.
Wow.
A grilled piece of meat where some of that can caramelize on there. You have a lot of umami on there, a lot of pungency. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Chef Patrick, you're awesome. Thank you for making the show so fun. And we learned a lot. You know,
Yeah.
I had no idea how to kind of tweak things and do more than what I knew before.
Yeah,
So
thank you for having me.
Yeah. I don't know if we can read the teleprompter. Our eyes are a
I need
little
water.
watery.
You're watching Carolina's Family at 4. Stick around. We're coming right back.
Oh.